You mean I'll kiss your bride?
She's so beautiful. I love her. I will even marry her even in my next life.
Oh, as people would say where I'm from, Kobe got game.
Kobe on the follow-away.
I'm just playing. You can tell he really means it. Damn, he's sweet.
He's the nicest guy I've ever been with. Like,
as you can see, Kobe and Emily are officially husband and wife. So you know what that means.
It's really heavy on me. I can continue living in your father's house looking at him.
just relax.
Yep. After keeping it a secret for weeks, they finally tell her parents they're expecting baby number 2, after promising them they wouldn't have any more kids while living under their roof.
Oh my God. All right.
We'll get into her dad's interesting reaction, as well as what had Kobe breaking down in tears ahead of the ceremony. Plus, we're gonna take a look at the standout moments from the other weddings this episode, including Shaida and Bilal's, Jibri and Miona's, also Patrick and Thaís. Hold on. Can somebody tell me why Patrick and Thaís' officiant is looking too cool for school with these sunglasses and Gucci jacket on during the ceremony? I've never seen anything like that. And look, I'm all for being yourself, but the pictures, sir. Did you think about the pictures?
You may kiss the bride.
Let's get into it. Hey 90 Day Fans fam, it's Melicia. Yeah, I know, that's a breakup song. But the point is, we're at the end. This is the final episode before the tell-all. And every couple has managed to say I do, which isn't always the case. Last week, Ari and Benny got married, as did Eve and Muhammad. Now let's get into Kobe and Emily's big day. Oh, I'm also talking to Emily soon, so drop any questions you have for her in the comments and I'll pick a few. Keep in mind that she might not be able to answer certain questions because of restrictions, but I'll get to as many as I can. All right, back to the episode.
I feel bad that I just came at you the way that I did.
Morning of their wedding, Emily apologizes to Kobe for questioning his intentions the night before at their rehearsal dinner.
In reality, this is a man from Cameroon who I met in China.
If you can't trust me at the eve of our wedding.
A moment that led to him storming off on her.
I'm sorry, and I really do trust you. And I know you have sacrificed so much to be here with Kobe and I really cannot wait to marry you.
Oh, well, no surprise here. They make up.
I love you. Just put that at the back of your mind.
I love you.
But you know, this whole Emily questioning Kobe's intentions had me thinking how sometimes when you're so used to disappointment, you'll find all types of reasons to question something good when it enters your life.
You know, we're so close to getting married and she has trust issues.
They're not like necessarily towards you, they're just like in general.
Now we know that Kobe is not perfect, but Emily's admitted that he's the sweetest guy she's ever been with. Deep down, she might think he seems too good to be true. I was telling myself the other day how it's wild that we can be hoping and asking for something better, and then the moment it comes, we have a hard time accepting it. Accepting that nothing has to be wrong, that this is the better you've been asking for. You know? It's like you think you deserve good things, right? So, act like it. All right, let me get off my soapbox.
All right, I love you.
Love you, babe.
Bye.
Fast forward to when they start to get ready for the ceremony. Emily has an emotional moment with her mom after she puts on her gown.
I know I haven't been the easiest on my parents. They've been there for all my rough relationships, all the mistakes I've made. So like today, I don't know, just seeing my mom look at me in my dress, like it means a lot because I know she's really proud of me and like it means the world to me that my mom approves of Kobe and she wants the best for us.
Oh, that's That's a mama hugging her baby type hug. Meanwhile, Kobe. This man is out here showing all of his goodies while he gets dressed for the wedding. I mean, goodness.
A total zaddy, huh?
He's a married man.
What does that have to do with me?
I am not about to sit here and go back and forth with clips.
I'm so nervous, like,
Don't be nervous, man.
As you can see, Kobe's friend from Cameroon, who now lives in Texas, is there. And so is his best man, Temp, AKA Temperature. And yes, he is still piping hot.
I'm happy for Kobe. My greatest prayer is that the wedding should go through successfully. But I believe with time, Kobe must understand that he's a man, and in Africa, we call the shot.
Okay, Temp, we get it. Emily's dad shows up for some moral support and to give Kobe a gift.
Very handsome.
thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
And the moment they share, in my opinion, proves how much of a stand-up human being Mr. David is. He has a big heart, and so does Kobe.
I had a lot of serious doubts before Kobe came to America. But he sent me a letter telling me how much he loved Emily and that, you know, he wanted my permission to marry her. And I wrote him a letter back saying it's important for him now to step up to the plate and take care of things. Well, you remember the first letter you sent me with asking permission?
Yeah, I remember that letter.
classy.
Yeah.
And you remember my response?
I remember everything, so sometimes I go
All right,
through
well,
that.
here, I'm gonna give you this.
For the life of me, I've been trying to figure out what Mr. David put in Kobe's hand. Was it money? Was it a key? If so, a key to what? I don't know. Unfortunately, we never find out what he gave to Kobe. But whatever it was, this moment leads to both of them crying in each other's arms.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, it's your job now. So that's for you, Emily, and Coben. You know, you take charge and gotta head them in the right direction. So,
I appreciate so much.
all right, man. All right. I love you like a son.
This was one of the most heartwarming moments I've seen all season.
So, it's gonna be a good day.
Once the tears start flowing for Kobe, it's hard for him to stop.
I gave Kobe something personal that I wanted him to have that would remind him of what my letter said to him. It's a really beautiful thing.
Oh, don't you love a man who is not afraid to cry? It is beautiful. Kobe goes on to reveal why this moment is so special for him.
Down deep in my heart, I really do appreciate everything that you've done, not only for me, you know, raising my son. I knock off your daughter back in China. You accepted me in your house. You know, I traveled all the way from Africa. I didn't know where I was going to stay. These are things that are very rare, you know. My whole family say thank you. This connection between me and David, I never had a moment like this with my own father.
Wow. And Kobe admits that the last thing he wants to do at this point is betray Emily's dad's trust. So he's tempted to tell him that Emily's pregnant again. And a part of me wanted him to. I was thinking, don't mess up your relationship with Mr. David. You and Emily made him a promise that you broke.
But one thing's for sure, you better not get pregnant.
Now be honest about it. It's something he will appreciate. But then Kobe made a good point.
If I tell David now, I might betray her trust.
True. He and Emily agreed to keep it a secret until after the wedding. And he's marrying her, not her dad. So her trust comes first. When it comes to the wedding ceremony, everything went over smooth.
Emily and Kobe, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss your bride.
She's so beautiful. I love her. I will even marry her even in my next life.
Aw, kiss me, that was so cute. Mwah.
Kobe was beaming during the reception and dancing away. You can tell that's what he's used to. Wedding ceremonies where they get down. It's a dance party.
Now that the wedding is over, is it time to tell the family your secret?
No.
Yeah, it's just the perfect time. This is something.
Not today.
This is something I've been waiting. You know, I've heard this. It's really heavy on me. I can continue living in your father's house, looking at him.
Just relax. It's gonna be fine.
It
Quit looking at him.
Did she just say quit looking at him? Emily, girl. I'm not gonna say too much because we're about to get into it. But based off her parents' reaction to the news, I can see why she felt comfortable enough to give that response.
Quit looking at him.
It sounds easy.
And you won't feel bad.
It sounds easy to you, but I cannot, honey. Please. I just hope you can understand me. And we agreed on after the wedding. Like, maybe the next day I'm going to tell him.
Kobe is like, my respect is on the line.
Put some respect on my name.
I don't know if it was the next day or what, but eventually Emily came around and she and Kobe told her parents over dinner.
I want to tell you guys, Emily's pregnant.
No. Yeah. Are you serious? Oh, yeah. Kobe definitely wanted to tell you before, but I was like, no.
Oh, God. Well, how far along are you, and what's the deal? I mean,
10 weeks.
Jesus.
I'll be honest, I was underwhelmed by Emily's parents' reaction. A part of me expected more. No yelling? I know raising voices is not the most effective way to communicate, but still, no wonder she didn't seriously try not to get pregnant again.
It was a shock. The best thing for them would have been to get established, you know.
We wanted them to be in their own home, and she knew that.
Emily's dad said he had plans to retire in the next year or so and travel with his wife. But that's something he can't do now.
You're not gonna be able to work. You can't work.
Seeing their reactions, like my fears of disappointing them are kind of coming true.
I think Emily, she feels very secure here. I mean, maybe we've been too easy on them.
Yeah.
This is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's right. Oh, my God. All right.
I always wonder if Emily's dad would react this way if the cameras weren't around. I think he would, but either way, the way he holds his composure is impressive, especially when the money is coming out of his pocket.
This is stressing the crap out of me.
Y'all know, stressing over money can bring the worst out of people.
I'm going to make sure that I'm the man that I told David that I am, and I'm going to be able to provide for my family.
Kobe says he's going to be a man of his word and handle his business. I wish him the best in that. All I know is that he and Emily are beyond lucky to have the support that they have. Beyond. That being said, I hope we get to see the baby at the tell-all. I'm just saying.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I will be reciting Surah An-Naba today.
All right, let's touch on Shaida and Bilal's wedding that they had at their house.
وَخَلَقْنَاكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا وَجَعَلْنَا النَّهَارَ مَعَاشًا.
Bilal's daughter's voice sounds beautiful as Shaida walks down the aisle to him looking like a queen.
She's your queen to be.
Look beautiful.
And these two say I do.
That these two now have tied the knot. I's married now.
Ever since she's come to America, she's always been like really kind. And my dad has been like more happy.
Yeah, I definitely seen that my dad has been more happy.
I feel like she's a great addition to the new household.
After the ceremony, Bilal presents Shaida with a gift.
It actually has more sentimental.
And my first thought after he said sentimental was, oh no, not another prank. But thankfully, he and his sister left the jokes aside for the wedding day.
This was something that my father gave my mother. And it's in Latin. In English, it says, I will never give up on you. And on the back, it says, and you would never give up on me. So.
The moment I got off the plane, I didn't think I would have made it here. Like, at the airport, yeah. In that truck, nah.
There was definitely a lot of ups and downs, for sure, you know. But I'm the type of person, though, that I'm not a quitter. So I think if this wouldn't have worked, it would have been her giving up versus me giving up.
You see, that's not fair. He always does the things to make me look bad.
Hey, they say walking down that aisle does not fix your problems. That's proof. And side note, something I did notice is that Bilal's ex-wife,
and not only am I his ex, I'm his friend too,
was not there. I'm not sure if it's due to religious customs, or maybe Shaida preferred not to have her there, or maybe she didn't want to be there. Who knows? But it's something I did catch and I wanted to mention. All right, back to the celebration. It's time to get the party started.
Hey, DJ.
Hit it.
Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke.
Forgive me, I had to throw that in there for Shaida's sister.
I feel for the wedding after when they finish married, I'm going and perform Kanye West, Gold Digger.
No, you're not.
Since the she wanted to sign a prenup, no, just for fun, oh gosh.
It's all love, it's all love.
We are going to retreat. Love you guys.
Congrats, Shaida and Bilal. I'm excited to see what the future holds for them. Okay, let's move on to Jibri and Miona's wedding. Whew, 4 weddings this episode. It's a lot to cover, but I'll try to make this one quick.
Damn. Can I get your number?
That's how you got me.
Wow.
Jibri and Miona's ceremony is in the desert in Joshua Tree, California. Miona was set on not getting married in Jibri's home state of South Dakota. So somehow, they managed to get the money that Jibri kept telling Miona they didn't have to have the wedding in Cali.
I compromised on the beach wedding, but I'm not willing to compromise on some details that I really wanted. Like, I always imagined to have an arch behind me when we having the ceremony. I want those pictures next to the arch. I want flowers on the arch. I mean, it gives that symmetry to the photo, and without it, it wouldn't be so special.
To be honest, there were moments this episode where Miona had me thinking that the pictures were more important to her than the actual ceremony. But it's her wedding day. Whatever makes you happy, girl.
I want to have those photos because I want to send them to my parents who are not gonna be there. And also for me, for the memory, it's also really important.
When it comes to Jibri's parents, they aren't attending the wedding because they don't think he's ready to get married. And his mom doesn't seem to be a huge fan of Miona, but she sent her well wishes over the phone. For the ceremony, they end up only having 2 guests. Jibri's super cool grandma, who was officiating the wedding, and their friend Igor, who was hours late because he's driving this arch that Miona was so pressed to have from LA to the desert, which is about 2+ hours away.
Always traffic, always traffic.
Move your head around a little bit.
Grandma, I'm worried about this arch. I don't know where Igor's at.
You know what? The ceremony, for me, is the important part.
What?
We have the sky
I know.
and the desert as an arch.
I know.
You know, we can't delay the ceremony. The sun is not going to wait for us.
Finally, Igor shows up with this arch.
When the arch showed up, it was just like 2 sticks. And I'm like, that's the arch like that. But then I'm not gonna say that.
And although the arch doesn't look like much, when they set it up next to Miona's dress and Jibri's look, with the desert behind them, I get the vision. It looks great. Once the ceremony starts, Jibri and Miona walk down the aisle to a country song he wrote for her that she's never heard before. And it's a good song.
I wrote a song called 1,000 Miles for Miona, which is a country song, which is a genre that I've never done before, as a testament to how far we've been and how far we're gonna go.
Somebody felt so right. Somebody still feels right.
Miona reacts in a beautiful way to the song, just like a supportive wifey would.
That was an amazing song.
And they say I do.
I pronounce you married. You may now kiss as husband and wife.
Aw, congrats. All right, last but not least, similar to even Muhammad, this is another wedding I didn't see happening between Thaís and Patrick. At one point, her dad was totally against her marrying Patrick. And because she's a daddy's girl, I was sure she was gonna go back home to Brazil. But her dad eventually came around after Patrick promised him he will take care of his daughter. And now, hopefully these two will have their happily ever after.
Just looking at Thaís, I'm just blown away. She's just so beautiful, and it just reminds me of that first time I saw her in Brazil, and literally, I knew I think I knew at that point, like, my entire life was about to change. I went from being divorced and not knowing if I'd find someone again. And I guess, like, for it to come true, that's really emotional.
Aww, dreams come true. And Thaís looks gorgeous, simply elegant. But still, I can't get over the Gucci down officiant from head to toe. Okay, brother. When it comes to their wedding, he stole the show for me.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Now we celebrate.
Yay. Once again, congratulations to all the couples. Now, you have to tell me, how do you feel about the season overall? On a scale from 1 to 10. I'm gonna go with a 6. I say a 6 because it was refreshing not to have all the shenanigans, but that's also the same reason why I give it a 6, because I ended up missing the shenanigans. I know I shouldn't want people to be out here acting all wild, but it was a huge adjustment, going from talking about Gino and his hat to all the deep and meaningful conversations we've had about issues everyday couples face, which I enjoyed. Y'all know, that's my jam. But it was an adjustment. All right, 90 Day Fans fam, the tell-all is next week, and it looks like drama.
Shaida, since Shaeeda first came out here, you have not looked at her.
Yeah.
Why have you not even looked in her direction?
You need to stop third wheeling, bro. I was having a conversation with him, but then you opened your mouth. You all in their business like this your brother. Then
Are you still living at home, bro?
Talking about
Come
your
on
girl
now,
right
Sparkles.
We'll go upstairs, but I don't want this dude up there. I'm gonna knock him out if you bring him up there.
No, you're not. If you're gonna bring it, bro, you gotta take it.
You gonna be the one taking a lot.
I'm not scared, bro.
Make sure you stick with ET because we are covering it all. I will see you next time.